I'm from the Appalachian Mountains, eastern Kentucky. I spent 3 different times over in Vietnam, was wounded twice over there. I really had trouble fitting in when I came back here because it was like, I don't belong to this world anymore. I went over at one person and came back another one. It's life-changing. Combat's life-changing. First year I was out, I went through like 15 jobs. I couldn't find anything I could actually do. I couldn't be cooped up, couldn't be inside, couldn't do the same thing over and over and over. So I actually landed up working my way through college at the University of Louisville, got a degree in criminal administration, and started a career in law enforcement. I did undercover work all over the country, and I could actually, when I needed to just drop out of sight, they would allow me that luxury. And then I would land up in some city in depression for 3 or 4 weeks and get back and go back on the clock. I never was there for them. I made them a good living, but I could not get close to anybody. With all the depression and anxiety, and I turned to alcohol to try to help that because I couldn't sleep. And basically, I would come back through every once in a while, and it was like looking at my family from the outside. They were doing good. They really didn't need me in their life. So basically, I was doing the American dream. The wife, 2 kids, and the nice house in the country. But I just couldn't be part of it. The chaos continued. I just had more time in my chaotic world and still couldn't get close to my family. I could see them there in the nice house and new vehicles, whatever they wanted, but that's as close as I could get. On April Fool's Day in 1997, that all came home to me. My son, who was at the University of Texas, April Fool's Day, ended up killing himself, taking his own life. And that was when it came to realization that, they didn't need all the stuff. What they really needed was a husband and a father. And because of my illness, I couldn't do that, even though I did love them. I would lay around 5 or 6 weeks and say, well, JD, you got to get up. Well, I'd get up and take a shower, get to the door and say, what's the use? And I would go back. I'd pretty well exhausted my life. Pretty well lost everything but anything to me. Lost my son. So I decided I didn't want to be here anymore. And I landed up in the VA psych ward in Dallas. Landed up going to the PTSD program, which is an 8-week program, in-house program in Waco. And by then, I'd got to the point where, I've undone all this chaos. I need to help others stay out of this. I can make a difference in these veterans' lives. So I decided that's all I was going to do the rest of my life. I was trained as a facilitator to do groups for veterans. So I went out in these small towns and had groups for PTSD veterans, met a lot of veterans, and seen the problems, that everything that they was telling me, I'd already been through for many, many years. All the aftermath of war is the same. And that's one good thing about the PTSD groups, is you have Iraqi vets and Afghanistan vets mixing with Vietnam vets. And then they find out that, wow, you know, we're a new generation, but we went through the same thing that they're going through. Way it's going now, I mean, we're growing as far as getting the homeless veterans off the street. We put them in groups, and the groups are growing, growing, growing. We've opened up a drop-in center for vets. We've opened up 2 residents, most beautiful residents you've ever seen for homeless vets, where it's not a shelter, it's just like a family unit, but we're all brothers, and we live as a family. I mean, the last 18 months, it's just been amazing, the inroad that Andrew Center has actually made. And it takes a whole lot of hard work. It's not an 8-to-5 job, you know. There's no glory in this job. You do it for one reason. You do it because it's the right thing.